Hello everyone. Here is the study guide for exam 2. Um, as you have seen from the module page that the exam 2 under the exam 2 study guide, it shows that it will cover most of the materials from module 6. Module 6 is the list up to module 11, the function advanced concept. Those are the main focus area, but this particular exam is the entire course. So I would like to say from module 1 to module 11, not after module 11. So module 12, 13 and 14 are not the part of the exam 2. So let me go through some detail. So here from the module page you can see module 1 is the introduction to programming. I think you don't need to focus too much on this particular module, but yeah, from module 2 like expression, operator, exception handling and debugging, probably uh, you are asked what are the difference between expression and um, the operator and the other things with some examples. Exception handling is really important. I already have covered most of the exception handling technique. You need to know which one to use, like try and accept, then conditionals and the other ways. So you need to go through this chapter very carefully. Conditionals and loops, these two are the very fundamental concept in programming languages. You must have like you must see some question from those two topics for the exam 2. uh, could be like some code snippet. You can see like which like for example I'm giving you a code and ask you how many times the loop will run and what is the final output from this loop, something like that, or with some conditional what is the expected output. Strings like there are various data structures that we have covered throughout the course. String is one of them, then list, tuples and dictionary. So probably you'll see some basic string operation questions in exam 2. And then the function has several parts, so I have covered around 2.5 week for the function. So you can see here the half of the week is function basics, then the parameterized function and input validation, and then at the very end like 11 module 11 is the advanced function concept. So function is the major portion of this course, so you must see some function question in exam 2. So those are basically the exam 1 syllabus, but you may see some question from there. But as I told you, you need to focus more from module 6 from list has several things. So there are various types of list methods. You need to know which method to use, which one to uh, uh, like for example if you need to remove some item, whether you'll use pop or remove, what is the difference between pop and remove. So for example like pop just return the last item, but remove can be returned with some desired item, something like that. So you need to go through all of those things like methods and how it can be worked, uh, whether it's the mutable and non-mutable, how you can convert string to list to string, and so many things that I have already covered here in the list modules. File operation is another topic you need to focus in this particular module for the exam. I already have covered different types of uh, file reading writing techniques for so you need to know what are the modes for the file operation: read, write and execute. And then what are the ways to read a file, how you can write to the file, then obviously the CSV file that I have already covered, how you can use two-dimensional list to a file to two-dimensional list, something like that. For the tuple and dictionaries and sets, there are like 3 modules here. So as I told you throughout the semester that tuples and strings are the only um, immutable data structure in Python. So you need to be more focused on these particular types of data structure, when to use, how to use, and in what particular area you need to use. You can see the all-in-one reading on every module, so you need to go through those materials to know more. I already have given some examples, some exercises, so you need to I know you already have done those things before throughout the semester with lab work or some exercise, so hopefully you are more confident on those topics. But I would like to tell you again that you need to practice some more exercises if you haven't done anything, or if you've done some, maybe some more things. Okay, dictionary. So dictionary and sets are similar, but the only difference is they are like the dictionary used a dictionary data structure uses key value pair, but the set data structure doesn't. So set has only uh, the values. So values are the value and the key are the same as the set. So whenever we are storing the data to the memory location, it just convert that particular value to the hash value to the memory location, so that it is easier to look up those data to the to the memory location. So those two are very faster, and you need to know the comparison between those data structure like list, sets, tuples, and dictionary. I already have given some example in the all-in-one reading. You need to go through this particular module like reading materials to know more about the comparison, and also there are some like time comparison between list and dictionaries, which one is faster, why they are faster. And then the last topic is the function advanced concept. So the very important things that I have covered are the lambda function, the anonymous function, then map, reduce, filter. uh, this these type of functions are really important to know for this particular uh, exam. So you need to know how to use those things, when to use it, at least some syntax of those particular higher order function. And then the lambda function, for the lambda function you need to know how you can convert a normal function to a lambda function, a lambda function to normal function, something like that. Then the variable scope, the scope resolution is really important to know, which is like um, what are the scopes in the variable, like global, local, enclosed, or built-in, how to use those things, function decomposition. In addition to that, I want you to focus on different types of advanced concept, for an example like list comprehension, dictionary comprehension, and definitely nested things like nested dictionary, nested tuples, and nested list. So up to module 11 is the uh, syllabus. You don't need to focus anything on recursion and OOP, and the last one is the searching and sorting. You don't need to focus any of them for the exam. So it is like from 6 to 11 is the most priority things, and then definitely you already have done from 1 to 5 for the first exam. I would like to say you can focus on 2 to 5, not chapter like module 1. So mostly 6 to 11, some of them you may see from module 2 to 5. Okay, so yeah, this is the exam 2. You can go through the study guide. I think there is nothing there but just the syllabus. And again, the exam is like a 2 hours exam. Most of them are multiple choice questions. You may see a lot of code snippet there, and definitely well, let me see how many questions are there. Around like 30 questions you may see there. So yeah, okay, so good luck for the exam 2, and I hope uh, you'll prepare yourself in a better way so that you'll get a good grade in the exam 2. Okay, best of luck. Thank you.